Hello and welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been so long since I've done one of these, and I really appreciate those of you that are still watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so at this time. I'd really appreciate that as well. This is an amazing release by the Wellermen, their cover of Misty Mountains, along with some amazing bass singers in this video. And so the official video was released last week, and I wanted to wait for the actual video release so that we have something visual to go along with. These specific videos, or these set of videos that I do, are specifically evaluations of music, meaning I listen to music, I evaluate it at whatever level that I hear, and I give you some feedback, or I give you a reaction, and I evaluate things as much as I can within this session. Once again, this is, I listened only to a little bit, and obviously TikTok, with the power of TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, these videos were popping up all over the place, and so I was able to join these guys on some of those videos as well, and that was a lot of fun. But I haven't listened to this in its entirety, so let's go ahead and listen together with this. Of course, at this time, if you haven't listened to this on its own, please do so. I'll put the link down below in my description so that you can listen to it first, and then come back and let's evaluate this together. All right. So here we go. Yeah, that's a really good use of the perfect fourth interval there. And you will notice that we are in the key of G sharp minor, and there's a really strong push towards that minor sound, right? Even within the melody. So with that melodic movement, we've established that boom, boom, boom. We've established the 5-1 into the G sharp minor. What I like about their introduction is that they're using a hum, and that hum really sets up a nice connection between all the voices, right? It's easy to sing through, it's nice and resonant, and it's built on that perfect fourth at the very beginning, right? So let's go back to that. Yeah, really nice. And that dissonance, right? That so-called dissonance that you are hearing at the very bottom. Now, the really cool thing about combination tones is that when you hear this from a multi-voiced instrument, whether it's a choir, an orchestra, or an organ, this combination of tones between the D sharp 2 and the G sharp 2 actually creates an undertone that we are feeling at the very bottom. And it's not the G sharp 1, but it's actually the G sharp 0. And it doesn't exist on this piano. So I'm actually using a real instrument here, patch, so it doesn't have that G sharp 0. Maybe I can pitch it down to it. There we go. So that's what you are feeling at the very bottom. And then when you have that F sharp, that third, you are actually feeling almost like a B. I would say, if my undertones are correct, I'd have to go back for it, but it would be a C flat -1 is what these tones give you. And so all of that is to say is that there's so much dissonance down there that it has to be very pure. And so I'm glad that they chose a great vowel for this as well, and the blending is already very amazing. There. So let's keep moving. Right, and what a great way to set up just the introduction. You'll notice that there is never a resolution to the G-sharp 1 or back or up to the G-sharp 2. And this almost gives you a sense of like a 5-6-4, right? You have this. So your bass is maintaining that 5-6-4, the 1-6-4 feel, that inverted minor chord, where the 5th is on the bottom, and so the 5th is never resolved, and that gives you a sense of uneasiness, right? You're looking for a resolution, and the resolution happens in this next area here.
Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away at break of day to find our
Very great use of vocal colors there, gentlemen. I'm really enjoying this. I like that they are building up the different colors of the voice just from here. And so we have what feels like a lyric sound, right?
Over the misty mountains cold.
Right, and we all know Bobby and that he has such a smooth sound. So it becomes very lyrical, right? Far over the misty mountains cold. And then all of a sudden we have
to dungeons deep and caverns old.
Right, a slightly almost more if you want to call it a taller approach to the sound in this case. And we have Luke Taylor, I believe. Yes.
To dungeons deep.
Right, so a little bit more, not necessarily aggression, but a little bit more strength in the tone. A little, the voice opens up a little bit more. To dungeons deep. So just a little bit more in that case there. Very nice.
We must away at break of day.
And so forgive me if I don't know everyone's name, but this is John or Johnny, and he has such a really clear tone here, and you can tell there's a difference, not necessarily in if you want to call it like a voice difference, but it's his tone that's adding to this. And I love the beard, that it just really gives you that that Misty Mountain vibe here. Yeah, very nice chord choice there. Right, so no. And so we have that. Right, and I'm really enjoying the use of this raised 6, right? So in natural minors we have, which is what this is, but they introduced this chord here that has a nice feel to it, and I can't really quite hear it because it's a lot lower, but what I am hearing is so we have the, oh, what do you know, a C flat major, and then you have this, as opposed to going to a 2 diminished, it becomes a 2 with that raised, right? That's 6, which is it's instead of an F flat, it's an F natural. So very, very good choice, and it's almost like it gives you like, oh wow, I feel like I'm going somewhere else. Like the tonalities are pushing me to somewhere else. So very cool.
To find our long forgotten goal.
Yeah, right to that unison, and then unison kind of just pulls you. Finally, we've reached our 1, right? Our true 1, 5-1. Let's keep moving.
The pines were roaring on the heights. The winds were moaning in the night.
Okay, very good stuff right there. So we have
the winds were moaning.
So we have that almost your, if you want to call it your flat 9. I don't hear a G natural in there, so maybe that's left out. Play it a little higher.
The winds were moaning.
So you have that E, that F flat. So much tension there. And let's listen to the words, why the words expect that tension.
The winds were moaning in the night.
And thank you for not using a G sharp, a raised third there. And stay with that natural minor. Very, very well done.
The fire was red, its flaming spread.
So we have that. Let's see what we got here.
Its flaming spread.
I think that's what we have.
Its flaming spread.
I feel like that's what we have. I'll have to go back and check that for you. But that's a nice, I feel like that's a flat 2 right there. And if it's not, my apologies. But it's so hard to hear because it's so much lower. I'd have to slow it down and see what's going on. I don't have perfect pitch, so this is all news to me here. Let's keep going.
Its flaming spread. The trees like torches. With light, the wind was on the withered heath, but in the
So we have that. Yeah, we have this F flat and that 9th. That the A sharp. That so much dissonance there. Very well done, you guys. Very well done. And we have a solo from Calm. Yes. Let's go back to that. Let's listen to that again.
The wind was on the withered heath, but in the forest stirred no leaf.
There's that F again. So I really listen for those changes where it moves out of the natural minor and kind of gives you a boost somewhere else, whether it's through leading you or deceiving you. That's just how music works, right? It's a sense of what the text is going for, what the melody is going for, what the harmony is going for, and it gives you, it either pulls you in a certain direction and makes you feel a certain way, or it pushes you into feeling a certain way, whether you like it or not. And that's the beauty of music, is that it just resonates with you, and it resonates differently. Some people enjoy it, some people don't. It just depends on how you interpret the music in that moment.
The shadows lay, be night or day.
Yeah, so we have what a nice cluster there. Let's hear that D sharp again.
The shadows lay, be night or day.
So we're maintaining that G sharp, and we move down, but we stay there, right? Maybe it doesn't have that C sharp. So it's almost like the bass is moving down and it's keeping its own chord in suspension. And let's see what happens next.
And dark things silent grasp beneath.
Yeah, what a great resolution there. So we have this movement, an amazing G sharp 4 from our fellow basses. Wow. And then also a move down to the G sharp 1. Dum. Yeah, do I have that? No, not maybe. Dum, dum, dum. Barely. So that's about where I'm ending up, and then you have that. So, very nice, guys. So let's listen to that progression again. 6, 7, 1. Boom, boom, boom. My mistake. I think they went. So moving the bass down to that is it C sharp? Sorry, I'm thinking in two different keys here. C sharp, G sharp. Let's keep moving. There's a great time signature change there. So we've been in 2 the entire time. What feels like 2, right? At about 50 beats per minute is what I clocked this out to. And what we get is an amazing, not only chorus section, but also a time change. So let's listen how that switches from 2 to what feels like a triplet feel after there.
The shadows lay, be night or day, and dark things silent grasp beneath. Finds memory torches laced with light, and flames climb high into the night. The wings went on.
Almost like they went to like a 5/4 is what I'm feeling here. So let's give it one more listen. So my mistake, we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, which is basically an 8/8 feel, right? The division is 3/3/2 or 3/2/3 depending on what I'm hearing here, and so it's almost and it definitely feels like a time signature change because we're no longer in this division of 2 all the way through. Let's listen to that again. I'm loving this, guys. Really, really good. And great cascading of notes, kind of peeling off from note to note. And very well, great use of range as well. Yeah, I'd have to look into it a little bit more for that. So really, really good use of going between those 2s and 3s and changing the accents to give us, okay, well, what are we going to expect here? What's going to happen? Let's examine the harmonies before I move on. Yeah, really good there. You have that. So we still have this. I feel like we have this thing going on up here, which is really, really great as well.
The wings went on from west to east. Our movement in the forest east.
Yeah, so there's that F-natural again. So yeah, loving it, guys, loving it. And I love all the textures and all these suspensions, things that are going on as well. And almost like there's an ethereal feel to it, right? If you think of fog, if you think of mountains, mist and everything, you can't really tell the direction of the mist. It just kind of sort of engulfs you. And what they're doing visually as well with the videos is just to sort of really engulf you with sound and move you to the tonalities that they want, as if they are controlling our sense of direction in this case.
But shrill and harsh across the marsh, its whistling voices were released.
Yeah, really interesting going to the third. So B sharp. I've been saying C flat, but it's actually what am I saying? What am I saying? So B natural. Yeah, it should be just be B natural, not B sharp or C flat, but that B natural again, and that's a really interesting choice right there.
Farewell we call to hearth and hall. The wind may blow and rain may fall.
Yeah, so we are constantly moving to this, kind of anchor us into that change. It's like, are we going to change? You don't know until we give you the next chord or the next movement. And I love the use of unison and kind of splitting once in a while, almost like a duet between all these amazing voices. Very nicely done, guys.
We must away ere break of day, 'Far o'er the wood, 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 'Far o'er the
that's it. And there you have it. Let's listen to that amazing ending again. And I believe this is what the TikTok video was showcasing, and that's going viral right now and still being chained. So really nicely done, guys. Let's listen to this part again at the very end.
Ere break of day, far o'er the wood and mountain tall.
Yeah, and so we have such an amazing lineup of basses here that are singing bass, baritone, and tenor. Yeah, guys, amazing work, and I believe that is a G#1 all the way to the very end. So nicely done there. We have multiple techniques, whether it's a chest fry, whether it's full chest, subharmonics, it's whatever goes. And these different textures, you'll begin to realize that it's less about what technique I'm in and more about what is the overall canvas and what tools am I using for this canvas, right? What kind of art am I painting? If I am painting an opera aria, maybe I shouldn't be using extended techniques, because the idea of opera is very much your voice it's the fullness of your voice, right? The entirety of your voice, the entirety of your emotions put into that. Whereas when you have a piece right here that follows some sort of folk origin, that has that classical feel, has that a choral and that ensemble, you're no longer painting with one voice, but you're painting with 16 voices or 24 or even 100 voices. And so now you are no longer carrying all that weight, but you're evenly distributing it to your choir or to your section. In this case, we have an amazing bass section. So I hope you've enjoyed this in any way. So I'm blown away because the tuning is so close, and we can talk about digital music and the use of tuning, melodyne, the use of pitch correction. That's just touch-up purposes, and these guys have proven themselves through their TikTok videos, through their other videos as well, that they are not only great musicians, but musicians that can come together and form such a cohesive sound, even in whether they're in different regions, different countries, or just different places. Yeah, really amazing work here, guys. So one last thing to point out before I close is, let's see here, I want to go back to that time signature change, because that was, to me, was one of the most interesting parts, and that's usually not in the piece, or not that I can recall. So let's see if we can get there. I think it was right here. Yeah, so it does have that. So I'm feeling it. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then we move back into the feel of 2 there. Yeah, really nicely done, guys. So our tempo, just to wrap it up here, our tempo is at 50 beats per minute. It's very slow, almost not quite grave, but definitely lento, or in that sense, where it's just right. It's not bum 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 bum. Right. It's not a march, so you have to feel it in 50, and almost it feels like it's in 2. Yeah, very nicely done. So we are at our 30-minute mark. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have not listened to their music or any of these amazing artists, any of their music that they've put out, please do so. I will put all of their as many as I can in my description. Go check them out. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for listening to my my rambles. So this was not planned at all. I just even though the music came out last week, I just went ahead and waited until this official music video and give you my reaction to it. And hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please subscribe, like the video, share it with anyone, and just take it and go. All right, have a great one, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you.